Welcome everybody, Nadim Naser, Master OTI Instructor. I hope you're all well. I have another serve video for you today, and you can see I have two rackets. Been doing quite a few serve lessons recently and serve clinics as well. And during those clinics, ideas keep coming up based on what I see players struggling with. So in this particular video, I would like to talk about the movement of the elbow a little bit more in detail. I have a few videos that already discuss what the elbow should be doing, but I figured this little exercise would maybe help. All you need is two rackets, okay? And we are strong believers that, especially for the serve, because it's such an involved stroke, mechanics are the single most important thing. Mechanics matter more than anything else on the serve, and if you can maximize the effectiveness of your serve motion, you can have a really solid serve, okay? It doesn't matter who you are, how long you've been playing, how old you are, whether you're lady or gentleman. And this exercise right here, similar to a previous exercise that I did, we're talking a lot about what we call the half position. And this is something players need to get themselves totally familiar with. Let me take the rackets out of my hand for a moment. We're talking about this position right here, alignment of shoulders and elbow. Okay, the elbow is away from the torso, but lower than the shoulder, okay? The palm is facing down, and this is where the right to left would initiate. Now, this elbow position is super crucial, super crucial. There are too many players out there who are never getting corrected on that elbow not being in the right position. There are even some professional players on tour that I believe could have an even better serve if they fix something along those lines. And that is an elbow drop, an elbow lift, or an elbow move a little bit too soon. Now, a recent video discussed that a little bit already. However, what I'd like you to do with the primary focus on keeping that elbow in check, as you bend your elbow right to left, or bend at the elbow right to left, I'd like you to take the second racket in your non-dominant hand, preferably also in continental grip, and you simply place the frame of your racket, the tip, into the inside of your elbow, okay? And while you do this, you keep your hitting arm nice and relaxed, with the tip of the racket pointing to your outside. So if you're righty, it's the right side. If you're lefty, it's the left side. And you want to keep this position, and you want to get into this alignment that I just demonstrated. Now, it may be a little bit off because you have a racket in the left arm, so that left shoulder may come around a little bit more. But the goal is that as you're bending right to left, so you turn, meaning my sternum is facing diagonally back, and as you're in this position, you put the racket into the center in here, into your elbow. And now you're going to bend right to left. And for some of you, what may happen is, some of you may want to lift up, some of you may want to drop down. Look what happens to my left side when that happens. And some of you are going to want to move. And we want to avoid all three of those. We want to keep the elbow in this place as I bend right to left. No wrist activity. So I'm looking away, but I'm sensing there's no wrist activity, meaning my racket remains facing me and the elbow remains in this position. Okay, and then from there I can swing. Another exercise I can do instead of holding the racket is I'm holding the ball where the writing of the ball is facing me. I'm putting the racket back into the elbow, and I'm having the ball now facing the outside over here where the tip of the racket would be. And now as I bend right to left, that would face me. The writing would now face me. My elbow stays in check. And once I notice that the racket, or in this case the ball, is passing my head, that's when I know now the elbow can start driving, and not until then. Okay? So let's do this together. Turn, right to left, and now I can drive. And I should get a really nice arching throw out of it. If I don't, I'm probably turning too fast. I'm not letting that elbow remain in this position. So I do this one more time. Putting the racket into my elbow. I'm kind of pushing against it, maintaining this turned alignment position. I'm putting the writing on the outside of my hand. Greg has a video on that as well. And I'm bending right to left. I want to see that the writing is facing me without my wrist active. And now I'm trying to do it while I'm turning right to left. The ball has now passed my head. Now I can lead with the elbow. And when I lead with the elbow, I should get a nice high throw. That wasn't the best of mine. But if I now take the racket away, okay, if I take the other racket away and I get into this turn position. I put the writing on the outside, okay? I bend right to left, I watch it first, okay? And now I'm gonna notice that the racket, or in this case the ball again, is passing my head. So I'm continuing to bend, keeping the elbow in place, which the other racket was helping with. And once I notice that the ball is passing my head, now I can lead with the elbow, and what I should get is a nice high elevation of a toss, similar to a Hail Mary type of trajectory, okay? And then if you look at this swing, and then you look at the serve, it should be relatively similar. Okay, so let's take a look at 3 serves, and hopefully you can see that this position that I had forced myself in is truly the case when I swing a regular serve. I'm not dropping my elbow, lifting my elbow, or moving my elbow until after the racket has, or the elbow bend has passed my head. Okay, so I'm going into the power loop in the back. So let's take a look here. Okay. One more time. That's a bad toss. Better yet, the excuse is there's too much wind. One more time. And again. So I'm really trying to consciously see that my elbow stays back here. That's what I want you to look at when you hopefully replay this video a couple times to give me a whole lot of views. That the elbow is not dropping, it's not lifting, it's not moving. It's staying away from the body, lower than the shoulder as I complete my right to left. Okay, let's do that one more time with that racket to just cap it out. So continental grip on both rackets. Put one racket into the elbow. Turn, get into that half position, right to left, and then you can swing up. Your balance should be great in this case. You're not moving anywhere, you're just swinging up. One more time. And if you can really notice that the racket is passing your head before the elbow starts leading up to contact, I think you will notice that you'll get a much better racket drop, much better distance for your racket to travel up to contact, in which you can speed up meaningfully, okay? So another one of these videos that I hope you can do at home, you can record yourself, do it in front of the mirror, and only serve after several repetitions by truly seeing that right to left happening correctly with the correct elbow position with no wrist involvement, and then you will see how the serve will begin to start getting smoother and smoother. So once again, guys, thank you for your time, for your interest in working with us on your tennis game. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet to get more of our videos. My colleagues Greg, Florian, James and myself are always trying to get more players to have fun in their tennis game. So please let us know what you think about the content, and we'll be talking to you very soon again. All the best and stay safe. Bye-bye.